Hello guys, welcome back to this channel Learn for Tech, and today we are on Cisco switch port security. Cisco port security on configuring port security on a Cisco switch helps ensure that only authorized devices can connect to specific switch port. And here's the diagram. We have a switch, we have stuff 1 and stuff 2, and we have a hacker here. There are two methods of configuring port security, and one method we have a manually configuration, and we'll start with that. So the manually configuration will have to copy the MAC address. What we do, we open a command line interface. On the global configuration mode, we identify the interfaces like here. So we have two interfaces, FA01 and FA02. Then for the manually, we'll have to configure each and every interface separately. So we'll start with interface FA01, interface FA. Okay, the second thing, we have to configure the FA01 as an access port, switch port mode access. Another thing is we enable port security. And to enable port security, here's the configuration: switch port security, enter. Another thing is we set the maximum number of allowed MAC addresses. We define how many MAC addresses are allowed on the port, and the default usually is 1. So we can add 2, 3, but for our configuration we use the default. So switch port security maximum is 1. Another step is we choose the port security violation mode. We specify what action should be taken if a violation occurs, and the common modes are: 1, we have shut down, the port is put into error disabled state. We have restrict traffic if traffic from violating MAC addresses is dropped but the port remains up. And we have protect, similar to restrict, but it also generates assist log messages, for example, to set the violation mode. Now, for example, here we'll set the switch port security violation mode. We'll select the first one, shut down. Okay. Another thing is we configure the allowed MAC addresses. We can specify the allowed MAC addresses manually, because we are using one method, the manually method. We specify manually switch port security, MAC address. So we check the MAC address of stuff A, IP config all. Here the physical address, this is the MAC address. We copy, enter. So another step is we go to interface FA02, interface FA. We do the same configuration, switch port, mode, access, switch port security, switch port security, violation mode, we shut, action shut, switch port security, MAC address, we check the MAC address of staff B, IP config all, copy, we enter, exit. Now let's verify our configuration. First, show running config. As you can see here, we have the configuration for FA01 and FA02. Let me show IP int brief. So I want to shut all the ports from FA04. We want to remain with FA03 for testing, but FA04 all the way to 24 and G01 to G02, we want to shut them down. Let's save our configuration. Okay, let's try to test. Let's ping staff B. It's pinging. Let's try to ping so okay, they're pinging. Now let's try to connect the hacker to port 3. I've not shut down the port. The port is up. So let me ping stuff there. Okay, it's pinging. Let me try to ping stuff B. It's working. So let me delete let's connect to F2, to F1. Keep in mind that we have configured F1 for switch port security. So, and the maximum or the allowed MAC address is for staff A MAC address. Let's try to connect. Let's try assume we are this an hacker and try to connect to port 1. Want to check if the hacker can ping. As you can see, we can see the red has changed the color from green to red. It means this port is shut. And you can also verify with configuration. Show port security. Show port security interface FA. See the security violation count, we have 1, and violation mode is shut. It means that the hacker can't access the services within because FA01 port violation, or the F01 is shut because we have the new or we have a different MAC address. The second method for configuring switch port security is MAC address sticky. And configuring MAC address sticky is a useful feature in Cisco switches that dynamically learns and secure the MAC addresses of devices connected to a switch port. And here is our diagram. Let's configure the MAC address sticky. We have a switch, stuff A, stuff B, F1, F2. Let's go to command line interface. Okay, in the global configuration mode, first we select the interfaces. We choose the interfaces that we want to configure the MAC address sticky, and for here we have two, FA01 and FA02. So interface range FA012. For the manual configuration, we have to select each and every interface separately, but for the sticky or dynamic MAC address configuration, we can select the bunch or the range of ports. For here we have interface range, that's why we have used interface range FA01 to FA02. And the same method, we enable port security. First we configure access mode, switch port mode, then we enable port security. Then we enable port security and sticky. Enable port security and configure it to use the stick MAC addresses. Switch port security MAC addresses. Instead of copying and paste the MAC address manually, we just add the stick keyword and enter. And this command enables port security and tells the switch to learn and secure MAC addresses dynamically. So then we set the maximum number of allowed MAC addresses. The same, we can set the maximum number of allowed MAC addresses on the port. For example, 1, the default 1 or 2. But for our configuration, we'll choose 1. switch port security, the maximum 1, and then we choose the port security violation mode. Switch port security violation, shut. After that, we can verify our configuration. Okay, you can see here we have a port security instead of MAC address is sticky. Then we have to shut config terminal interface range FA 0 4 24, shut interface range G0 1. These interfaces will no longer be used. Then we save our configuration. Let's try to verify. Let's ping staff B. Pinging, so staff A can ping staff B and staff B can ping staff A. Let's connect the hacker to port 3 just for verification. From hacker, let's ping staff B. It's pinging. Now let's add the hacker to port 2, port 1. Okay, before let me check configuration again. Show running configuration. As you can see here, dynamically or automatically the switch has learned the MAC address of staff A and staff B. As you can see here. Now let's try to connect the hacker to port 1. Try to ping staff B. It cannot ping because the port is down. You can see. Let's verify our configuration. Show port interface FA 01. The violation is 1 and the violation mode shut. Show port security interface FA 02. It has a violation count is none because we have not added a new device or a new computer here. That's why the security violation count is 0. So this is how we configure the port security, and also we can clear the configuration. To clear the stick MAC addresses on a Cisco switch, we can use the clear port security command. We can also clear use clear port security sticky when you apply this command, and let's show the running configuration. As you can see here, you don't have MAC address, it has been cleared. That's how we clear the port security. And the clear port security sticky will remove all dynamically learned MAC addresses or stick MAC addresses from the specified interfaces, allowing you to start afresh with the MAC address learning. Okay, we should be cautioned when using this command, as it will remove all the stick MAC addresses associated with the specified interface, including those of authorized devices. Only use it when you need to clear and relearn the MAC addresses for legitimate devices connected to the port. Also, be cautioned when configuring port security to avoid accidentally locking out authorized devices. And I think we are done with configuring switch port security. Thank you. Welcome.